Hello, welcome back and thank you for joining. This is the week I'm going to do a full face of makeup. I know that I've been speaking with the regular viewers here about doing a full face of makeup with just one brand. I work with a lot of makeup and skincare brands, and I thought I'd go through each brand and share what I like and what I dislike about each brand, what pieces I really love and what pieces I could do without. So this week I'm going to talk about Studio10. Now, I don't think I've mentioned a lot about Studio10 over here on YouTube. I feel it deserves to go first because I'm using this brand so much and I've not told any of you about it yet. There's some amazing pieces. Let's crack on and go through it all. First up, let me tell you the items I really love. The makeup brushes. They are absolutely amazing. I have never had makeup brushes like these. So I've got the foundation one. That's concealer. I've got the eyeliner smudger on the other end. Eyeshadow. That's brilliant for doing in the creases there. Another eyeshadow. That's a flat one for shaping. And then you've got your blush and contour. I've been using these brushes now for a good few months, and these are all that I'm using apart from a lip brush. I do not have a Studio10 lip brush, but I love them and I think they're well worth having a look at. Also, I've got a 15% discount offer for you in the box, so if you click on the show more, you will get your 15% off discount code if you see anything here that you like. Right, let's have a start. Studio10 is actually made for the more mature woman in mind. Founded by Grace Fodor. She's a makeup artist, and boy has this woman taught me a lot. That is another thing. If you go over to the Studio10 website, you'll find tutorials on there. And yeah, I've picked up some good little tips that I'm going to share with you today. So we've got these Glow-Plexions I've got here. First up, we've got the clear. You only need tiny amounts of this stuff. This is a bronzer. The other one's clear that I've just put on, and this is a blush. I'm just going to do one line of each there so you can see. And there you go. Now see that clear? Grace recommends you can use that as a highlighter. You can use it under a foundation to give you a bit of extra glow, and it just gives you that more youthful look. Now, I love the blush and I absolutely love the bronzer. I use it a lot. The clear one I'm not so keen on, but I'm going to show you how I use this bronzer, and this you can do a lot with this one, and you need such a small amount. That is going to last me a long time. A long time. Let's get a handy wipe out. So I cover myself in everything. Right, so yeah, this is one that I love, the bronzer. Now I'm going to do one pump. So that's it. That's all I need. Now I'm going to put this on my face before I use the Studio10 foundation, and don't be alarmed, it will look brown, really brown, but once you've started blending that in, it really gives a lovely colour. And what I thought about this was, soon, when the weather gets better, now look, what do I look like? When the weather gets better, we're going to be tanning, aren't we? I've just got some fake tanning, and I just can't wait to have a little bit of colour, put on some summer outfits. I don't bother tanning my face. Now that I know it's looking scary, but give it 2 seconds, and that's what you get from that one little pump. So my thoughts were that this would be great for adding that tan, because I don't tan my face, there's no point. It just all gets washed off. Right, we're getting there. Maybe I should put some on my neck as well to blend that in and under the jawline. Look, it's so tiny. I'm not going to go right down because it's going to go all over my blouse. Right. Now, I know I'm looking orangey, but it's not going to end like that. Okay, right. Now with the blusher brush, I'm just going to swipe over this, just give it a little buff, and you will see it comes up completely different. I only tried this the other day because I've been thinking about what I'm going to do for a tan. On my face when I'm tanning. And I tried it and I thought, yeah, that works. It does look scary to start with, I've got to admit. I've still got a rash here from the mask that I don't wear anymore. I'm wearing the visors now. Right. I'll put some concealer on that in a minute. So there you go. Now look, if you imagined if I had tan all over, I think that is great. Absolutely great. What a lovely bit of colour. It looks so natural as well. So natural. Yep, love it. A little bit more here. Go into the hairline. See if that's, no, that's fine. It's not coming off the brush. So there you go. So that is the bronze Glow-Plexion. Bronze Glow-Plexion. I love it. Love it. Sorry if you can see that ring light in there, but it's so dark today. Let's see if I can move that over. Right, now this is how Grace recommends that you use these Glow-Plexions. So the white or the brown can go under the foundation, and this is what's going to transform the look anyway. I'm still going to have that glow, but it won't be as brown as this, but I just wanted to show you that because I think if you've got a tan, this is brilliant. So this is the Age Repair Perfect Canvas. It comes in a nice little compact. You've got your, both of these are creams, so you've got your cream foundation there, and then you've got a concealer there. And the way I've been doing this is using the foundation brush and just starting to spread that out there. Now I like to leave that just for 30 seconds or so normally, and that'll start setting, and then I'll go over it with this brush for a smoother finish. It's quite a good coverage, this foundation. It's soft, doesn't seep into the wrinkles too much either. I've worn it a lot this last couple of weeks. So there you go, a bit, so that I haven't got a tanned neck and not face. Right, now I'm just going to go in with the concealer. I'm just going to use this around the nose area. I've got a broken vein there, and that horrible rash that I had. That's it, and that's covered that well. Very well. Happy with that. Just post that in. And it's covered that broken vein quite well, so I just wanted to show there. It's a good concealer. I do like it. Right, eyes. Right, this is the Visible Lift Radiance Eye Quad. I've got that, well, it's not a quad, we've got 5 in there. Come on, Laurie. You've got a base here though, and I really like this base, so I'm going to use that first. I'm going to do 2 different eyes because I've also got this liquid eyeshadow and I love it. I've been using this a lot, so I'm going to do one eye powder and one eye with this. So I'm just going to go in with the base, and this has been good for either the liquid eyeshadow or the powders. I find with using a base it helps keep your makeup on, it covers up your impurities on your eyelids because mine are quite ready, and it will help make that eyeshadow last as well. And with powder you just get that little bit more definition. Can you see that red is disappearing? It just gives my eyes a more even tone, and that's got rid of that red. I really like this actually. It'd be brilliant if you know, the darker you are. I think it's really good. So yeah, so that's the base. Now before I put the eyeshadow on, I'm going to use the eyebrow pencil. Now this is one of the tricks that Grace taught me actually. Go to the arch of your brow, so I'd say mine is about there, and lift it, and there's your arch. So that's what I'm going to do, and it just comes out lovely, and it just gives you that extra lift as well. I'm just going to go lightly here. I've been using that eyebrow serum and my eyebrows are going to be too thick soon. Right, into that arch and then down. Let's just brush that. And there you go. It's just nice and tidy. I'm going to put a little bit more on that end. That's it. My eyebrows are actually quite wonky at the moment, where they've grown so much. I'm going to go there and then down, so it's like an up, find that point and then bring it down. Oops. Yeah, So that's brown. Very, very pleased about that little trick. It just gives that little bit of extra shape on there. Right, first I'm going to use the liquid eyeshadow. I just love this colour. It's not pink, it's not gold. This is the typical neutral tone that I would go for, and I love it. Now I'm going to wait for that to dry for a second, and I'll brush that in. In the meantime, I'm going to use this colour as a base, and then I'm going to use that in the centre for some light. Brush, that's it, that's the one. They both give off a very similar colour, but if you've got a preference to liquid shadow or powder, you can get pretty much the same from both of these. I'm not a big eyeshadow wearer. I like it to be very neutral. Right, now that one's done, I'm going to brush this one in. And there you go. They're very similar, but I just love this, and I know it doesn't come off at all. That will be on at the end of the day. Very, very nice. Right, as I said, I'm going to use some of that light in the centre of this eye with the eyeshadow. Give it that little bit of brightening. Because that makes your eyelids pop. Anything light will give your eyes a bit more pop. There you go. I really like it. Yes. Right, now for liner. Now I've got an eyeliner from Grace, but I actually really like this, and I've got the jagged thin edged brush there, and it just makes lining your eyes with eyeshadow so easy. All I'm doing is literally dabbing that to my lash line. One thing that I like about this palette is you could go as heavy or as light as you like. So, you know, this is going to be great for a going out shadow as well, because you could go in your eye sockets with these two darker shades. I'm just going to smoke that a little bit with the other end of the brush. That just makes it a little bit more subtle. The reason I like to line my lids like that is because it just makes it look like I've got some eyelashes. Because I barely have any, but there's something really good coming up. The mascara. Now, I've been using this every day. I love it. I think out of it all, this is my favourite product from Studio10. I think I've spoken about it on here before. And one end you've got a comb, so you're really getting into every one of them lashes, And then on this end, yeah, I did speak about it in the weekly vlog. You've got this brush, but it's flat. It's not a round spoolie like you get in most mascaras, and it just works. It works. So let's have a little play. Hoist the eyes up a little bit because I just find that's easier for application. There you go. I have eyelashes. It's so impressive. I think it's because it's just so fine on that comb as well. That's it. And now I'm going to go over with the other brush just to thicken that up a little bit. I'd love to know if any of you are actually using Studio 10 already, because it's such a well-known brand. And if not, please let me know if you're interested in any of this that I'm using. Look at those. There you go. Right, before I do lips, I'm going to use some more of this bronze for just a little bit of contour down there. I'm going to use this contour brush, just rub that in there like that. You really don't need a lot, as I've shown you, so I'm going to just dab that down there just for a little bit of extra contour, and then I'll blend it in after. I always like to use some on my forehead. I don't know why, but it just seems to work. I'm going to blend that in with the brush. That's giving just a nice little cheekbone effect there. I did used to have cheekbones before the lockdown. They've disappeared. Has anyone else got that problem? And another little tip, just a little bit of that bronzer down there, it just gives you that little lift. Yeah, I like that. Now, just so that you can see what this is like, I'm now going to use the Plumping Blush Glow-Plexion. So I'm going to put a tiny, it's really tiny amount on this brush. Look, there's barely anything there. You can always add more, can't you? And these must be so economical, these Glow-Plexions, because they're just going to last so long. I'm just going to feather that out so that I've got that little bit of rosy colour there. Nice. I hope it's looking alright on the film because I can see that it looks good. Lovely. Right, now finally lips. Right, I've learnt a lot about this little pencil. This pencil was designed to suit most nude lips or lip tones, so to speak. Grace developed this in mind for women of our age that need that little bit of a fuller lip, and you can actually feather just outside the lip line with this to give yourself a fuller lip, and that's why it's such a nude base. So I'm going to do half of my lip so that you can see the difference. But I'm just blown away by this little trick. I mean, I have tried it with other lip pencils before, but it's never ever looked natural. But with this nude, it does. Let's have a go. I always put the elbow on the table. And just go just above that natural lip line. There you go. Pretty clever, and it looks natural, so I'm going to fill this in now. I think this is such a good little trick. And it's all to do with that nude shade, I think. It's very good, so let me show you a close-up. It's very natural looking. So let's do the other side. You can feel your lip line and just where you need it to be. And you've most probably heard me say on here before, I like to use lip pencils as lipstick because it just stays on. But you could still use other lipsticks, I think, and get away with this lip line, just if you need that fuller lip to go just over that line a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Now, I do have a lip gloss to go with this. This is the one item I don't like. It's just a little bit gloopy for me. Some women love lip gloss, I don't, and I don't like the look that it gives when it's on either. It's just that little bit too shiny for me. So I'm not going any further. And that's it. One face done. Thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear what you think of these items that I've used today. Love the eyeshadows. Absolutely love the eyeshadows. Do you use the brand? Are you thinking about buying anything from the brand? Don't forget that 15% discount is down below for you as well. Any questions, fire them away at me. Anything that I don't know about, I could always pass on to Grace, the founder of Studio 10, and I'm sure she would advise and I can get back to you. So please give the film a thumbs up and thank you for watching. I hope you subscribe and join me on the journey.